For unexpected adventures, there's nothing as surprising as exploring a cave. Dark, narrow passages that could block at any point. Here are 6 cave encounters that can't be explained in words. Starting off with this video of Horton Cave explored by the channel named Exploring Abandoned Mines and Unusual Places. The channel is known for exploring abandoned mines and scary caves.
Okay, here's a lower adit at the Victorine mine. I believe this was an older mine that once they dug the upper tunnels, this got incorporated into the same claim or whatever. I forget what.
This is an abandoned mine that has been located near the massive Victorine mine in Nevada, dating back to the mid-1800s.
There's a little bit too much water in here, and I know this mine is really old, but yeah, water in a mine. I do see other footprints here in the mud, but I just don't think it's wise to go in here when there's water. Try to avoid this if I can.
There were other footprints too that show that other people have been here too. But it has been over 150 years since it has been abandoned. What he might encounter inside was unknown. But he still proceeded to enter.
Inside the tunnel here, there's still water. You can see it really flowing here in front of me, right here, and this coming out here, out the tunnel. Yeah, this looks pretty sketchy.
It was dark, water flowing on the ground, centuries-old rotten rugs hanging on the roof, and a yellow pipe going deep inside.
Tunnels I've ever been in, just because of how dilapidated it is, and all these chains hanging down from the overhead, and there's a shot looking down the tunnel even further, but still pretty wet.
He went deep inside it, and in front of him was a pitch-dark path. The voice of water drops falling down can be heard. Chains were attached to ground up till the roof. He felt that someone was watching him but kept going further. And this was not a wise idea at all.
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
Everything was still, but the one chain kept swinging and the speed kept increasing and increasing. The other chains on the left side also started to swing in the same manner. Now one would think that this might be due to strong winds, but contrary to it, the guy felt that the air pressure dropped suddenly, and the negative presence became stronger, so he left it.
Making the chains swing, so time to get the hell out of here. A lot of water everywhere.
The next video was also uploaded by the same channel in which he went on to explore the scary Black Widow mine.
We just were at those, and over there is the massive tailings pile from the upper tunnel here at the mine.
This mine has 7 levels and is over 700 feet in length. The skull and bones symbol on the entrance gate was screaming that he shouldn't go in it at all, but he ignored it and entered.
Holy shit. It's like bags of ore samples or something.
The cave opened to a narrow pitch-black pathway with ore bags kept aside. This was not a good start at all.
Okay, we're clearing a couple collapsed boulders that fell from the ceiling here, side by side.
He went there with a friend. The mine had wooden, structures to support its weight and restricted its chances of collapsing. As the mountain had high mud contains and there were no assurances that it might collapse anytime.
Looking down the winds. Okay, here's a newspaper from the Los Angeles area. Obviously probably from 1937 by the date there. Found this deep inside the mine.
The endless stairs were going down to other levels, and nearly a century-old newspaper reflects that, for how long this has been abandoned.
Mining. That's probably what, about 5 inches wide, or 6 inches wide, and then it tapers down there towards the bottom. There. Okay, this is looking up into a really large, tall stope.
After exploring it extensively, they then went into the other part of this tunnel, where the unthinkable happened. Right in the middle of it was a hangman's noose, right in the middle of pathways.
Okay, came across this noose here in the intersection in the mine. Tunnel going that way and that way, and then here's the noose tied to a beam way up there.
Did they used to hang people in the tunnel? Or maybe it was hanged in later by some killer. What it actually is, nobody knows. Before moving forward, if you're finding it interesting, appreciate it by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. This video was posted by Go Ahead and Make Me Day on Reddit. It shows a guy who is barely crawling to move inside a cave.
This is literally what I'm dealing with at this point. Like,
the cave was so narrow that he could barely lift his head. On one side his belly was touching the floor while his hair scratched against the roof. He was moving by pushing his torso forward while laying upside down.
no extra room for my head or anything. Like, I'm almost breathing in water.
The water was flowing, as we can see through the waves. But what the guy didn't realize was that it was increasing with every moment. When he realized that the water was rising, he managed to go back, but in this position, the backwards movement was nearly impossible. The water destroyed his equipment, but thankfully he made it out of the cave. If he would have realized it some minutes later, he would have drowned in the water. The next video was uploaded on Reddit by Nippy's Grace, where he went on to explore the Rock House, a big nature park in southern Ohio around dusk, with his mom. Very few other people were walking the trails. After walking the trail over the cliffside, we squeezed into this large cave right off the path. That's when they noticed a cave opening. The sound of desertness in the background, eerie flow of wind and the dim sky. Light made it look suspicious. The cave was pitch black and there was something different about it. It was like a face is staring towards them from the opening, and they can't figure out what it actually was. He thought that it might be an owl and asked his mom, but it got creepier. These little voices started to rise from the opening, and it kept increasing as they moved towards it. This was the moment that took the best of him, and they rushed out of it the very next moment. The next video is uploaded by got on Reddit. It shows a guy that went into exploring a cave but ended up in a narrow passage.
So right now
The passage was so narrow that the light that he was holding could barely move in it. Remember that the light was barely 5 inches, and if he would have dropped it, there would have been no way out for sure.
breathing out.
Hats off to the guy for still moving somehow. He literally had to exhale his breath out so he could move through. This video shows how harsh the situation could be. In a cave, even one single step was enough to keep him stuck in there and wait for his death. The next video is also from Reddit, where these two friends were digging a hole in wood when they found a cave opening right beneath the soil. So they decided to enter it.
Me and Davis were hiking around in the woods, and he found this hole right here, and it's blowing a bunch of air. There we go.
The small opening that looked like a rabbit's hole turned out to be a huge cave.
Wow. I don't need a rope for this beginning part. Follow the water. Dude, heck yeah. See, that's like 60 feet deep.
They started to attach their ropes, so they might not forget the way out or get stuck in an unrecoverable position. The cave was huge, with muddy patterns over walls and over 80 feet deep trenches. It seemed like no one before them explored this.
That's getting tight, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, there's like an 80-foot pit here. Oh. I haven't even seen the hole. You're not gonna like it, bro. Alright, I'm pulling.
This is when they decided that it was time to go deep into the trenches and explore.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a deep one. We got some exploring to do.
Oh yeah. This spot we made.
Yeah. Whoa, this thing's getting deep.
And this is when they found out that they are in the wrong habitat.
Oh, we have a big room. Really big. Dude, look at the salamander!
Oh my god!
That's the biggest thing I've ever seen!
I didn't even see that.
This is it from today's video. If you ever had a similar encounter, we would love to hear about it. Make sure you drop a like and hit the subscribe button.